Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. My name's Nick Park, and I wanted to share with you about something where atheists sometimes try to get a laugh by poking fun at Christians. Sometimes they'll try to pick something that sounds strange from the Bible, particularly maybe from an older translation of the Bible where the language wouldn't be the same as today, and just use it to get a laugh and try to pretend that Christians believe stupid things. One example would be when they declare that the Bible believes in unicorns. If you go in the King James Version of the Bible, which let's remember was a translation made back in the 17th century, so we're going back over 400 years, but there are 6 verses in the King James Bible that speak about unicorns. Job 39 verse 9, will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide by thy crib? Numbers 23:22, God brought them out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. Psalm 29 verse 6, he maketh them also to skip like a calf, Lebanon and Syrian like a young unicorn. Psalm 92 verse 10, but my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. Job 39:10, canst thou bind the unicorn with his band in the furrow, or will he harrow the valleys after thee? And Numbers 24:8, God brought him forth out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. He shall eat up the nations, his enemies, and shall break their bones and pierce them through with his arrows. So 6 verses there that speak about the unicorn, sometimes comparing people to this unicorn. And what we see is the way the word is used there. It's talking about a creature that is very strong, that is very powerful, and that cannot be tamed. Now, when it comes down to it, our English word unicorn simply means one horn. It simply means a one-horned animal. And that was what it would have been used as. So whenever the King James translators used the word unicorn, they weren't thinking about a multicolored horse that's all the colors of the rainbow with a horn going out the top of its head. They were simply thinking about a powerful one-horned animal, which is very difficult to tame. Now, of course, there's lots of animals with 2 horns. You've got all kinds of antelopes. You've got all kinds of buffalo and everything else. But is there a one-horned animal that is very hard to tame? Well, the ancient Greeks and Romans thought that there was. They spoke about it. Pliny the Elder, who was born in the reign of Tiberius and died in 79 AD, actually would have, for a while, was a contemporary of Jesus Christ himself. He described the unicorn in his Historia Naturalis as a ferocious beast with feet like an elephant and a single black horn standing out on his forehead up to 3 feet long. Doesn't sound like the horse, but it sounds like something much more powerful that has 1 horn. Julius Caesar actually spoke about it as well. He spoke about unicorns, a one-horned animal that was scarcely less than elephants in size, but in their nature and form are bulls. Great is their strength and great their speed. They spare neither man nor beast when they have caught sight of them. And so here we have Julius Caesar speaking about what he claimed he had seen was a big, powerful animal with just 1 horn. And if it caught sight of you, it would charge, and you know what, you'd want to get out of its way because it was focused on you, and it was very fast and very strong. Well, of course, there is an animal that fits all of this. That's the rhinoceros. Now, most rhinoceros have 2 horns, the African rhinoceros, but the Indian rhinoceros has 1 horn. And you know what the scientific name for the Indian rhinoceros is? Rhinoceros unicornis. And so it's quite obvious that when the King James Bible uses the word unicorn, meaning a one-horned animal, it is simply referring to a rhinoceros with 1 horn. And you know what? If you're going to mock the translators of the King James Bible 400 years ago for using the word unicorn when it means one-horned animal, then you should mock the scientists who have called the Indian rhinoceros a rhinoceros unicornis. The laugh is not on the Bible. The laugh is not on the Christian. The laugh is on the atheists who would be so ignorant of science to try and mock Christians and the Bible, because the Bible simply records the existence of an animal which you can go and see in a zoo. You can go and see it in game parks out in India, the one-horned rhinoceros. So the laugh is on the other foot. Thank you for joining us today for this Take 5. I'd invite you to join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.